Minasan konnichiwa und willkommen, and happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends. Cause I can't wait to sink my teeth into the turkey later this afternoon, and the baked beans and the glorified rice. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some amazing facts about different restaurants, with some having unique origin stories. Let's begin, shall we? Keith G. Kramer, who owned Keith's Drive-In Restaurant in Daytona Beach, Florida, partnered with his father-in-law to start Burger King in 1954. And then the famous Whopper came out 3 years later, in 1957. KFC was the first Western restaurant chain to open in China in 1987, and it was so successful, and you can even get it delivered straight to your door. That's quite amazing. Just like the KFCs in South Korea and Christmas dinner in Japan. For 30 years, from 1971 to 2001, the American Dennis the Menace, not to be confused with the UK one, appeared on a bunch of advertisements. But come 2001, Dairy Queen decided not to renew his contract. And that's a real darn shame. In its original iteration, Dunkin' Donuts was originally called Open Kettle in 1948 by William Rosenberg in Quincy, Massachusetts after World War II. He got $1,500 from war bonds and an additional $1,000 for other means to make the restaurant a huge success. Until 1963, all Krispy Kreme donuts were made by hand, but after automation, the handmade donuts became obsolete. Subway serves about 5,300 sandwiches every 60 seconds, which is roughly 320,000 sandwiches per hour. And I tell you, that's quite impressive for a sub-sandwich restaurant like Subway. You know, the famous tagline, Subway, eat fresh. In 1929 in Kentucky, Jeremy Lederer opened up a small burger stand called the White Tavern Shop, and then 40 years later, in 1969, it became Long John Silver's, a seafood chain, like the one we have here in Toma. That's actually combined with an A&W restaurant. Red Lobster's trademark slogan for the seafood lover in you didn't roll out until 1979, 10 years before I was born. The Midwest burger chain White Castle was modeled after the Chicago Water Tower, which survived the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. In 1990, McDonald's introduced Super Mario Bros. Toys in its meals, and it was an instant hit in America. And Japan is actually continuing that trend. And you know how much I am a sucker for the Mario games, like New Super Mario Bros. U, which is actually getting re-released for the Nintendo Switch, which is next year. The Frosty at all Wendy's locations are actually a mixture of chocolate and vanilla. Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's, once worked with Colonel Sanders from KFC and was a high school dropout. Yep, he was a high school dropout. At Chuck E. Cheese, don't bring piñatas, because it's dangerous. Because children might eventually get hurt. Papa Murphy's Pizza began in 1995 as a merger of two take-and-bake pizza companies, Papa Aldo's Pizza and Murphy's Pizza. And we usually get Papa Murphy's Pizza on occasion, especially the yummy pepperoni pizza with extra cheese. That pizza is so freaking good. I highly recommend it. Applebee's started as a mom and pop shop by Bill and T.J. Palmer, a married couple who opened the first location with a $50,000 loan in Decatur, Georgia in 1980. And I remember the commercials that had Wanda Sykes as the voice of the apple. In that one particular rendition of the song Bread and Butter. If anyone has that one Applebee's commercial with the song in it, let me know. Before she became a silent actress, Clara Bow once worked at Nathan's Hot Dogs as a waitress. Pizza Hut started taking online delivery orders back in 1994, and one of the first internet purchases was for a Pizza Hut pepperoni pizza with mushrooms and extra cheese. And remember, this was before the internet went public in 1995. The 30-minute delivery system at Domino's Pizza was canceled in 1993 because of many, many accidents, including death and injury. In 1972, Harry Snyder of In-N-Out Burger introduced the crossed palm trees, and the idea came from the 1963 classic It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, with Ethel Merman, Jimmy Durante, Mickey Rooney, Buddy Hackett. The list just goes on and on. Even had Spencer Tracy in it, in one of his last films. Whataburger is only in 10 southern states, which are Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. The Vermont IHOP is the only IHOP in America that uses real maple syrup. And IHOP stands for International House of Pancakes. The just over 3-foot fry was found by Kim Medford in February 2013 at an Arby's in Wayneside, North Carolina. Little Caesars Pizza famous pizza tagline isn't trademarked in Canada. That's because there is actually a Canadian pizza chain called Pizza Pizza. And the Canadian commercials can't use the word Pizza Pizza, but in the American commercials they can. Okay, that should be enough for the video for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, and as always, amigos, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, sayonara, adios, and arrivederci. And make sure you click that bell icon so you'll get notified when I upload new videos. And I'll be back with another video shortly, so stay tuned.